All right, here's a question. It asks you to graph this. So the base graph is y equals the absolute value of x. So if I were to write this sort of in the general format, I would write it like this. A, and then absolute value bx minus c plus d. Now if there's a b value, then it complicates what's happened with c, but there isn't one, or there isn't a c value. So I don't think we have to worry about that. So let's just see what we come up with. So A, that's the thing that'll vertically stretch something or vertically squish something or flip it over the x-axis. B is the thing that either horizontally stretches, horizontally squishes, or flips things over the y-axis. C, left or right, D, up or down. So they say it's vertically shrunk by 0.5, so that's got to be the A value. So if it's vertically shrunk by 0.5, then A has to be 0.5. Okay, absolute value. Then horizontally stretched, that's the B value, by a factor of 2. Well, we know it's opposite for B, it's opposite which way things go. So if it's stretched by 2, then the B value has to be a half. If it was shrunk by a factor of 2, then I'd put a 2 there. But the B value is opposite to what you'd think. So horizontally stretched by a factor of 2, that would be the half, x. There's no left or right movement, so that's it for what's inside the absolute value signs. Reflected across the x, that's the A value, so I need to put a minus sign right there. And then shifted down 2.7 units, so the D value would be a minus 2.7. Okay, hopefully that helps you with that one. This B value is always the one that bothers me and bothers lots of students. And really, the question, when it says horizontally stretched by 2, really they probably should write the word of 0.5 in there, just so it's not confusing to me or to students. But that's the idea. If it's stretched, then the B value, instead of becoming larger, like A, like if the bigger A gets, like if I have a sine graph like this, if A gets bigger, it goes like this. If it gets larger, it goes like that. So the larger the A value, the higher the curve. But for B, it's opposite. The higher the number, the squishier horizontally the thing gets. So if they could have said horizontally squished by a factor of 2, that might be more helpful. If they said horizontally squished by a factor of 2, then I would have put a 2 in for B. But if it says horizontally stretched, if the thing's being stretched, the smaller the number gets to 0, like a half, that's what's going to stretch it out. All right, hopefully that helps.